Let's think about facts and opinions as we read The Important Book by Margaret Wise Brown. The Important Book. When you say something is important, that's how you feel. That's your opinion. The Important Book. The important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. You walk in it and you take it off at night, and it's warm when you take it off. But the important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. The important thing about you is that you are you. It is true that you were a baby and you grew, and now you are a child, and you will grow into a man or into a woman. But the important thing about you is that you are you. Let's look over at our circle map. We're going to look at facts and opinions. Let's go. I love the end of this story. Let's find the facts and opinions. Margaret Wise Brown thinks, the author, that the important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. What do you think? Do you agree with her opinion that that's what's important about a shoe? I disagree. I don't agree with her opinion. I think the important thing about a shoe is that it's comfortable. Sometimes our opinions are the same. Sometimes our opinions are different. She did put a fact in here. She said that you walk in it. That's true. No matter who you talk to, it's true. It's a fact that you walk in your shoes. This is my favorite section. The author, Margaret Wise Brown, thinks that the important thing about you is that you are you. What do you think? Do you agree? Is that what's the most important thing about you? I agree with that opinion. I think so too. We share the same opinion. I wonder what opinions and facts we will find in The Duck Says. Let's see. This is also a funny part of the book. The duck says, yawn, when he's falling asleep. The duck says, snore, when he falls really deep. Do you see any facts and opinions here? I see that it's a fact that the duck is falling asleep, but it's the opinion that the sleep is really deep. It might be deep. It might be deep for the duck. Maybe that's not deep if it were someone else. It could be a different opinion. The duck says, when he opens his eyes. The duck says, what? To express his surprise. Do you see a fact or an opinion here? I see one. I see a claim and I see evidence. The claim is that the duck is expressing surprise. This author thinks that the duck is showing that the duck is surprised. The evidence is that the duck says, "What?" This shows that the duck is surprised. This is the evidence. It's a fact. He said, "What?" The opinion is that he's surprised. I think I need to add that to my chart. Let's see. The fact, green, is the evidence. The opinion is the claim. The author claims that the duck is surprised. The evidence to prove it is that the duck says, "What?" The duck says, "Oh," when he finally gets it. The duck says, "Darn," because then he forgets it. The duck says, "The," as he rushes on by. The duck says, "And," and I think you know why. Well, that's an opinion that the author thinks we know why the duck says this. Maybe you don't know why the duck is saying that. I think the duck is saying the end because we're at the end of the book. The duck says, if you want to hear me read it aloud again, just click on the pin in our library. I'll read it over there for you. Now let's try it together. Say it with me. Don't forget to stand up. What can we communicate? We can communicate facts. We can communicate evidence. We can communicate actions. We can communicate behaviors. We can communicate observations. We can communicate opinions. We can communicate ideas. We can communicate comparisons. We can communicate claims. I did it again. I need the S. More than one. Claims. Let's keep going. We can communicate judgments. We can communicate comparisons. We can communicate points of view. We can communicate feelings. We can communicate what we want. Think today about the facts and opinions that you can communicate. Have fun!